Hello, this is video number 1 in my series on Introduction to Google Sheets. And in this video, we're mainly just going to look at a little bit about what Google Sheets does. We're going to familiarize ourselves with the parts of a Google Sheet so we understand when we talk about a Google Sheet what it is we're actually talking about. And we're going to set up our project that we're going to work through on the next several videos. So a Google Sheet basically is an online spreadsheet tool that allows you to organize, calculate, analyze, and share data in real time. And there's a lot of different spreadsheet applications. You might be familiar with Microsoft Excel. That's another one. And then Apple, I think, has one as well. Google Sheets is nice because it is web-based. And so it's a spreadsheet that you can work on a computer at home. And then if you have to leave, you go somewhere, and if you're in a different location with a different computer and you can access your Google account, you can access that spreadsheet. So it's very nice because it basically lives in the cloud, so it goes wherever you go, and you can also share the spreadsheet with other people so that they can edit or so that they can just view the sheet. And a sheet or a spreadsheet is a great way of collecting and organizing information, especially if you have to do some sort of calculation with the numbers and the symbols and sometimes the words that would be part of all of the data that you are collecting. Now this graphic here shows us a basic spreadsheet. This looks like somebody maybe took orders. I've got a timestamp here, orders for something like a t-shirt. Yeah, looks like probably a t-shirt. So what the spreadsheet here has is it's organized in a certain way. We've got our columns and we've got our rows. And so the yellow part is a column, and all of the columns in a spreadsheet are designated by letters. This is column A, column B, column C, column D, column E, column F, and so on and so forth. And you can really do a ton of columns, almost as many columns as you want to do. Those are these vertical parts right here. These are the columns. Now, the spreadsheet's also organized in rows. So this right here, this pink one, is row number 3. Rows are categorized by number. So we have row number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and all the way down. You can go down to row number 500,000 if you wanted to. That would take up a lot of computing space, but you could use a ton of rows. And so we've got columns and rows, and when we intersect those, we get what's called a cell. So for example, this little orange highlighted cell with the number 2, this would be cell C5 because it's in column C and it's in row number 5. So having this way of organizing a spreadsheet is very nice because we can understand where information is, and we can tell somebody where to look if we need them to find information. We could say, look for the shirt design in column E and tell me what's in row 14. I want cell E14. So E14 would be this right here, and it would be the sunset design. So having the columns and the rows and then the cell makes it very handy for us to understand how we organize our spreadsheet. Now, as we use our spreadsheet, we normally type or collect data into our cells and our columns and our rows, and we do so on what's called a tab, or sometimes it's just called a sheet. This one right here at the bottom, it says Form Responses 1. So this is the only tab or only sheet available on this spreadsheet, but I could click this plus sign and I could make more tabs. So very often you're going to have several of these, and sometimes they're even going to be different colors. Sometimes it's handy to color these bottom tabs so you can very quickly see what it is that you're looking for. But in this case, in this example, there's just one tab. But I could say to somebody, hey, look on the Form Responses 1 tab and tell me what's in cell B15. And that person could look right away, Form Responses 1, column B, row 15, that is online. So it's a handy way of being able to understand where data is. Now, when we use the Google Sheets, we have to understand that we've got some tools. So we have the toolbar. The toolbar are all of these symbols that are across the top. And some of them are pretty easy to understand what they do, like print. But some of them you've got to kind of figure out what they do, like this little guy here. This is a formatting paintbrush. And then the 100%, that would be like our zoom tool, and so on and so forth. Some of these tools you're going to use a lot, and some of these tools you'll probably never ever use. And then what we have is the menu bar at the very top. The menu bar includes a lot of these tools, but also includes some more things, and we could click on these on a regular sheet. We'll do that later, and we can see the different options that we have for managing and manipulating the data on our spreadsheet. Now, to open up a brand new spreadsheet, one of the easiest ways to do it is to go to your Google Drive and then click on or just Google in general, and click on all the dots on the top right, and then look for this icon, and it probably says Sheets, and then you click on that and open up a new sheet. If you want to open up a new sheet really, really easily, there's kind of a shortcut way to do it. All you have to do is type in sheet.new. And you do it up here in the address bar, so I'm just going to highlight everything that's currently in the address bar and get rid of it. And if I type in sheet.new and hit enter, that's going to open up a brand new spreadsheet for me, all ready to go. And a new spreadsheet is always going to be untitled. It's a good idea to title a spreadsheet right away, even if you are only going to use it for a little bit. And the reason why is because if you don't and you use a lot of spreadsheets, you're going to end up with a lot of untitled spreadsheets. And then it's kind of hard sometimes to figure out what spreadsheet you're actually looking for. If you have, 550 untitled spreadsheets and you're looking for one specific one, that might be a tough one to locate. For our purposes, we're going to actually use a spreadsheet to make a trip planner. We're going to plan a really fun summer trip. So I'm just going to go up in here and I'm going to title it 2025 Trip Planner. There we go. So now I know exactly what I'm going to be able to do. On the next few videos, we're going to add to this trip planner, and then we're going to use the tools and the options that Google Sheets offers us to make our trip planner actually really, really beneficial to us. So make sure you follow along in the next video so we can get the trip planner going and add some information to it. And then the following videos, we're going to manage and manipulate that information so that we end up with the very best possible sheet.